Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I just want to start this video by saying I cannot believe that I wasted saying New Year, New Me on 2020. Right? So I'm here to talk about my 2021 goals. I'm going to split this up into three different types. The first type is going to be reading goals, the second type is going to be channel goals, and the third type is going to be personal goals. Let's not waste any time. Let's just go straight into it. The reading goals that I have for myself. So I want to break my reading goals into two sections. First section is like specific books that I want to read next year, and the second section is like general goals about reading. So first off, the specific books that I want to read next year. First three are S by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst, House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski, and Night Film by Marisha Pessl. These are not related to each other in any way, but they are three books that I guess you could say they have a really unique style. Night Film is told in like semi-epistolary format. House of Leaves formatting is really unique and interesting. It's been given this label of like the scariest horror book of all time. These college students had to read it for a class and they all like shit themselves and had nightmares. And I found out about this book like probably 7 years ago maybe, and I've wanted to read it. I bought the book and I've wanted to read it ever since, and every year I never read it because it was too intimidating. And now it's becoming more mainstream. Like I'm seeing more people find out about the book and want to read it, and so it's just making me want to read it even more. But the only shit thing is that my copy is in Australia. Same with S. Actually, I haven't seen that many people talking about S, but S has a really cool concept as well. It's super interactive. It's like two stories in one. The whole concept is that this book is meant to look like a abandoned library book. Look up the book trailer for S if you want to see more of what this book is actually like, because it's really fucking cool. But these three books are really unique, really interesting. They stray a lot from the conventional formatting of a novel. The next book that I want to read, The Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. I also have all three of these books in one bind up, but it's in Australia. Another one is The Night Circus. This is a book that so stupid. I was like super obsessed with this book for some reason when I was like 17. I really wanted to buy it. I was like stalking where to find this specific edition, but I never ended up buying the book and reading it. And like 7 years later, here we are. So I'm like, what's going on? The fact that I'm saying 7 years is actually really depressing, because like 7 years since I found BookTube, and like what do I have to show for it? Nothing. The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name. Alighieri. Can you tell I've been living in Italy for 3 months? I've lived in Italy for 3 months. I have nothing to show for it. Dante Alighieri. Oh, I think I got it that time. Go me. Go me. Anyway, I really want to read this book. I love the concept that it follows paradise, limbo, hell. Very fascinating. And the last specific book series that I want to read, Sapiens. It's not a series. They're kind of like companion novels to each other. They're all non-fiction. Yuval Noah Harari. I just want to read all of his books. Sapiens, Homo Dos, 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. They all sound like things that are so up my alley. I actually have his first book here. I started reading it. So fucking interesting. I've only read 8 pages and I already know that this is something that I'm gonna fucking inhale. This one is like a deep dive into humanity, the evolution of humankind and like humans as a species. The second one I think explores future of humanity, and then the third one is obviously looking at present day and modern age. Like I fuck with that, like severely. They're all the books that I specifically want to read next year, that my goal is to read all of these books. So now let's get into some of the general reading goals that I have for myself. So the first goal is to read some Stephen King. I've never read anything by Stephen King. I feel like everyone who really likes reading has at least tried one Stephen King book or has the intention to read some Stephen King. He's one of the most famous novelists. Leave me some recommendations on which ones you think are good, actually, what some of your favorite ones are, or ones that you think I might like. Greatly appreciate that. The next one is kind of in the same strain. It's an author that they're extremely famous. I want to try reading at least one of her books, and that's Jane Austen. It's the same kind of reasoning for why I want to read Stephen King. I'm probably going to read Pride and Prejudice because I watched that mini series with Colin Firth on Netflix. The next goal I have is to read more finance books and like personal development type books. This is one area that I'm actually really fascinated by and really interested in. I actually went back to uni before I dropped out of uni. Actually, that's what I went back to study. I was studying accounting and finance. It was really interesting. Sadly, doing online school and working was not the right balance for me. When I dropped out of uni, I didn't drop out because I wasn't enjoying the course. I dropped out because learning about this topic through a university course wasn't actually going to be the right thing for me, because I was focusing too much on like getting assignments submitted than actually learning the content, which is the whole reason I started doing the course in the first place. So once I realized that my priorities went from like learning about this topic to just submitting assignments on time and like doing the bare minimum to get it done, I realized that uni was actually hindering me learning about finance and accounting. And I don't know, maybe I'll do a whole video talking about university in general and like dropping out. Maybe it'll be an interesting video to make as like a sequel to my failing university video. I don't know, let me know if you would want to see that. I might make it at some point in the future. The next reading goal that I have for 2021, to try to get into audiobooks. Like I used to be so against audiobooks for literally no reason. Like I tried one of them and it was like hard for me to concentrate, so I just assumed like audiobooks are absolutely not for me. But I want to give them a go because I feel like it's such an easy way to get more reading done in your day. Like you can put on an audiobook and then you can fucking play Animal Crossing, you know, or you can put on an audiobook and fold your laundry or brush your teeth or get ready. You can get so much more reading done. And like even when you're driving and things like that, it's something that I definitely want to try my absolute best to like start to enjoy and get into, because I feel like it would literally just help the amount that I can read. And why would you not want to at least try? This whole video is just me begging for recommendations, but please recommend me some good audiobook narrators, and also which ones to avoid, because I hate the ones that sound like robots. See ya. The last two reading goals that I have for 2021 are read more non-fiction and read more classics. I feel like that doesn't really require much more explanation, like it is what it is. That's the goal. Like read more non-fiction, read more classics. They're two things that I'm interested in. I'm not just like putting them as a goal to push myself to read in a genre that I don't care about and I'm not interested in, just for the sake of like expanding my reading horizons. So that's everything for my reading goals. Now I want to talk about a couple. I don't really have that many channel goals for myself, but I do have a few. So the first goal I have is to upload consistently. This is something that I have literally always struggled with ever since I started my channel, to be honest with you. I can't think of a time that I haven't struggled with consistent uploading. I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but I have actually been uploading the most consistently this year than I ever have in the past, which is interesting. And even then, it's not even that consistent. My channel has always been like, I upload 2 videos a year and then I peace out. And it's like, what is the point? I really would love to be able to get to a point where I upload at least once a week. Once a week is so doable, is not that big of a stretch of my capabilities. Like I know I can do it. Just being more consistent in my general life, that's really the only goal I have, to be honest with you. I'm so inconsistent with so many things and it's honestly so frustrating. And I know I sound like a broken record, and this is a goal that I don't expect anyone to believe me on, and I totally think it's fair to be like, bitch, we'll believe it when we see it, which exactly, like, believe it when you see it. But the next goal that I have is to be more active in the book community. I feel like in the past, like I had my channel, I made my videos, but I never really like participated in things. I didn't really interact with a broader book community in general, and I think that's something that like you're really missing out on a lot when you approach booktube in that way, specifically this community, because I feel like it's such a welcoming community and everyone in it is so lovely and so friendly, and like you really have this actual sense of community in this like YouTube category that you really don't see in many others. And it's something that I feel like not engaging with is actually just like doing myself a huge disservice, and I'm really just like missing out on one of the best parts of being in the book community. Can this man stop vacuuming his garden for like 1 second, please? Like, please. Sir, the leaves are gonna come back tomorrow. Like, just let them pile up for 2 days. Okay, they've finally stopped. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but be more active in the community. They're all my channel goals. All my channel, like 2. I have like 2 goals. This man. He must have seen another leaf fall from a tree and he like dived with his little vacuum. The last category is my personal goals for 2021. I have 5 goals. They're really nothing groundbreaking and I feel like they're super obvious goals. The first goal I have is to get my shit together in every definition of that sentence. I think it's obvious, first of all. I really am a fucking mess. Like I really am. And I'm not saying that to be relatable. Like genuinely, my life is so chaotic and all over the place and disorganized to the point where it's like actually a massive fault and really inconveniences me and everyone around me. And I guess my second goal kind of is a stem of that, but it's also fix my sleeping schedule. This sounds so stupid. You'd be like, why is this a goal? Like just start waking up at the right time. But Girl, when you're me and you've never slept consistently ever in your life, this is one thing that is actually a fucking massive problem in my life. I really have the most fucked sleeping schedule ever. Really struggle to fall asleep, really struggle to wake up. And I just would like to have a normal sleep-wake cycle, because your sleep cycle really affects your life and like how you function day to day. It affects so many things, like way more things than you actually realize. It might sound really dumb to you, but it's actually a really huge thing for me that I desperately need to get a hold of. My third personal goal is to learn Italian. It's why I'm here. I haven't been able to accomplish it yet. Learning a language is hard, and it's really hard when you don't have a lot of motivation and you're not good at studying. The fourth goal is to become more physically fit and healthy. And I'm not meaning this in terms of like looking a certain way. I mean like I'm literally the weakest, lifts up a toothpick and my arm will like snap in half, weak ass bitch. So my goal is to increase my strength and to just be more fit and healthy, because like despite how I look on the outside, I'm very fucking unfit and very unhealthy. I'll be the first person to admit it. I have like zero stamina. I'll walk up a flight of stairs and be out of breath. My Wii Fit age is probably like 105. So yeah, just improve my health overall. And my last goal, to start taking care of my skin. There's nothing wrong with my skin. Like I'm not complaining about my skin, but I don't take care of it. And I feel like it's probably important that I do. And I know it's important to take care of your skin if you want it to last. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but if you want to have nice skin in the long run, you have to start taking care of it while you're still young. And I know this because my mom is a beauty therapist, right? And so I've had this like drilled into my head, and this bitch looks like 10 years younger than she's supposed to be. Not a fucking wrinkle, like genuinely it's fucked. But like skincare is her religion, and she's been like hyper into skincare since she was like 18. And it's not like that's great genetics that I'm going to inherit. Like if I don't do the same thing and take care of my skin, I'm not going to be looking like her when I'm her age. So they are all my goals for 2021. Reading, channel, and personal goals that I have. Let me know what your goals are for the next year. I love hearing people's resolutions and their goals for the future, and like what they're actually planning on doing to reach them. I find it so fascinating. I literally love, I'm obsessed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.